Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to do the battery mod on the 888s batteries. Here we go. A few things that you're going to need. This little guy right here. That is your charge controller from Amazon. That's the battery for the 888s. We're going to crack it open and show you what to do. To crack it open, I use a small, thin, little flathead screwdriver. You go right along this edge here, underneath, and then same thing on the other side. Now, I don't have a tripod, but it's going to sound like it's cracking. And that means you're getting out. You go around the edges. You can go right here in the center, and up it comes. You're going to have to crack it all the way around. And I can't do it one-handed. Ready? Up it comes. There it is. Your silver thing's your battery. 2 wires, your positive and negative going to the battery. Show you what to do next. So on these boards you have an out positive, a B positive, a B negative, and an out negative on one side. Don't worry about the outs. B positive and B negative. You're gonna tin those 2 pads. And then on the USB side, you have a positive and a negative in the corner. That is your input side. That's where your USB is gonna attach to. Tin those 2 corners as well. Next, take those 2 wires, unsolder them. Let's see if I can do this one-handed here. Okay. Don't let them touch, because those are going to your battery. Okay. And if you get confused on which one's which, it says it on the back. So that wire, the one on the left, is the negative wire. And this one that I'm going to take off now is the positive battery wire. Let me see if I can do this here. Okay. There you go. There's your positive wire and there's your negative wire coming off of your battery. Now you're going to take your positive and negative wire and put them on your B plus and B minus, focus, B plus and B minus contact pads. Just like that. Now the wires coming off the battery were straight. Now they are crisscrossed. So you're just, nice little tip, keep them crisscrossed. Now the other 2, the negative and the positive down here, are going to go to your USB in. I'll show you that in a second. Alright, next you're going to take your USB cable and you're going to snip the little guy off. Alright, once you cut the plug off, you should have 4 wires. This one's got a white, a green, a black, and a red. Now you have to use a voltmeter, but you're going to plug the USB into a USB port and you're going to check which one's positive and which one's negative. You're looking for 5 volts. In this situation, the red is 5 volt positive and the black is ground. So the white and the green get to cut off. Okay. Now you have your red wire, which is your positive, your black wire, which is your negative from your USB coming in, goes to your positive and your negative terminal right on the other side, either side of the USB port. That is your input. So now we have your battery hooked up to your battery. You have your input hooked up to your input. The board is in between. And then these go to the radio. Don't worry about those. This is what we're worried about. And now we're going to show you how we put it back in the case. So what I do that seems to work the best is I drill a small hole here in the corner, right on the bottom side. Drill a hole just big enough for the wire to go through. And I hot glue the board right to the back of the case. Now there's more than enough room here because it's at an angle, and I hot glue the board down. The wires come through and the wires fold up just on top of it, nice and neat. So now when you come over here and you see what I did over here onto, we'll go with this one. The board is hot glued down, and then the wires come through and I jab hot glue all over there so the wire can't pull out either. And now it's all nice and neat in here. You know, that's just, yep, boom. I'll show you how it works in the next 30 seconds. The only other thing that I do is I put a piece of electrical tape nice and snug over everything, just to make sure that there's no metal or battery that touches any of the wires or board or anything else. It's all just nice and neat, and it just makes it for a nice secure placement. Now when you're done, all you do is you take the case halves, you snap them together, and I like to use a little bit of super glue right around the edges, all four corners, and it'll glue it down. It won't come undone, and you're good to go.